This got cut off by the copier, but this is supposed to say the domain of a log function will only be restricted by the vertical asymptote. Okay, and that means in parentheses, it can either go to the left or it can go to the right, depending if you have plus or minus inside of the parentheses. So keep this in mind. So in this case, there is no parentheses. So that means no left, no right. So that means it goes from 0. So in set notation, domain is x such that x is greater than 0. And in interval notation, goes from 0 to infinity. So for example number 2, there is no parentheses. This just goes down 10, but that does not affect the domain. So domain it's x such that x is greater than 0. That's in set notation in interval from 0 to infinity. Number 13, there is parentheses. So this one is going to go from negative 10. So then the domain for this one is x such that x is greater than negative 10. So that means negative 10 to positive infinity in interval notation. Okay, last example. Again, only pay attention if there's a parenthesis. If there is one, then that means it doesn't go from the origin. So there's a plus 7 here, so that means it goes from negative 7. So then we say the domain is x such that x is greater than negative 7. And this is set notation interval negative 7, comma, infinity. So last part of this is asking you to write a logarithmic function matching each description. So the base of this log is 2. So then I'm going to write this as y equals, I'm going to leave some space here, log base 2. Okay, and it says it's shrunk by a factor of 1 over 5. So then that goes here, 1 over 5 in front of the log, and translate it 2 units up. So plus 2, and then reflect it over the x-axis. So that means this is negative here. There's a negative in front of that 1/5. So this is just x and no parentheses because there is no left to right. Okay, so that's the equation for number 15. 15b. This one says the parent function y equals log common log of x is stretched vertically by a factor of 7 and translated 4 units left. So this is y equals, and it's the common log. That means the base is 10. So log of, I'm going to use parentheses, x, it's stretched vertically by a factor of 7. So I am going to give myself more space here. So y equals, there's a 7 in front of the log, the common log. And then translate it 4 units to the left. So that means plus 4, and there is no up or down. So this is the function for that problem.